evening, everyone. So today is the Friday the 3rd of October, and today's weather is not so good. There's a heavy wind. A storm is out there. There was once when a celestial being came down to see the Buddha in the middle of the night, and they asked the question that anto jata bahi jata jataya jatita paja kong tang tang gotama puchama ko vichayang vichaye ko imang vichataye jata. The people are tangled inside and outside. So many storms they face outside and inside. People never free from this entanglement with so many things. So then this celestial being asked the Buddha, I wonder those who are entangled with inner tangle, outer tangle, could be freed. Who could be able to untangle and free from it? Then the Buddha replied, saying, Sile patithaya naro sapanyo chittang panyancha bhavayang. So, the Buddha said, one who has established in the Dhamma, in the Vinaya, in the precepts, well-established mind, and cultivated the wisdom, will able to untangle these inner tangle, outer tangle. Outer tangles like this storm, wind and water, engagement with the people and getting this and getting that, are all outer tangles that comes to affect us. Now that we normally, if we are established in the Sila, a mind is strong enough and ability to contemplate on that, will be able to overcome and will not be disturbed by it. Whereas a person who is not established in a Sila, mind is not strong enough, not stabilized or not established, and easily swayed by worldly matters and does not use the wisdom, then that person will be tangled himself and suffered. It's called a double arrow suffering. So that's a practice of a mindfulness meditation and study the teachings of the Buddha, is to understand that how much are we in trouble and messed up with the inner tangle and outer tangle. Outer tangle is not that much dangerous. You can cut when you don't like. You can avoid when you dislike. You can run away if you see, and also you can discard. That's the outer tangle. But the inner tangle, that's mostly inside our own hearts and the minds. No one can help you other than yourself. Doesn't matter how far you run away, it won't help. Doesn't matter how high up into the sky you try to hide behind the clouds, you won't be able to hide yourself. You can't deal with that. Or bottom of the sea. There is no escape. Only escape is ability to recognize it, that this is I am going through. This is what I am experiencing. And dealing with that. The moment when you're able to deal with that, then that very moment you are free. There is no tangles. There is no inner tangle, outer tangle. And obviously, because our sila is not that clear, not that complete, and our mind is not that stable and doesn't have much wisdom, so it is bound to be shaken by even a little wind, a little changes that takes place in our life. We all have our own life, and that always affected by each and individual things that comes to affect. There will be many generosities, offering many hopes and offering supports, but that can be changed at any moment, flicking moment. You may make a long wish or long determination or a vows, you may take it, but it can change suddenly in a flicking moment. And that exactly happens in our life too. Our life also in a flicking moment. It can snap at any time, any moment. Now the Buddha further said, one who realized that the life is in a flicking moment, like a drop of water on a grass leaf in the early morning, the possibility of a dropping at any time. If that person contemplates in this way, will not harbor any negativities and will not be tangling themselves. And also not harboring any anger, jealousy, hatred, and so on, but live happily, recognizing them, each and every one, and understanding the individual entity, our own self, our own action that we perform. How much are we careful? We become very careful the way we speak. We will be speaking wholesome. The way we act, every physical actions become wholesome, conscious about everything that we use. It's not a shake of using it, but we become mindful of using that. Every thought that we think, that also become mindful. There was once I was on a flight coming back from Thailand, and I watched Avatar, right? Cartoon Avatar. And I was fascinated by the way it delivers the message And a particular incident I feel so fond of it was, number one, you can communicate with the dragons, flying dragons. What you think the dragon also does. If you're angry, dragon becomes angry. If you are calm, if you're calm, dragon also calm. And with that connected bond that one has created with this creature, they can fly wherever he likes. Similarly, they connect with the nature, and all the nature becomes connected. Everybody sitting around the tree and connected with that. That demonstrates the connectivity that we have. So, a person who is mindful, then knowing that the moment when we connect, we become a one. We develop the bond. So whatever we do, whatever people around us, we got to think in that way, and behaving, speaking, working likewise. So with that, there is no tangling. There is no tangle to be tangled. We are free. So that's the practice of a meditation. Recognizing these and getting free ourselves. Now the practice of this meditation, straight away doing it can cause difficulties. So chanting helps, really helps. When we chant, we speak out from our mouth and voice, we take it out. That really calms ourselves, our emotions. So after the chanting, when we meditate, we can feel much calmer than earlier. Mind becomes much sharper than earlier. And we can recognize the mental activities much sooner than later. So this is the skill that we develop. Sometimes it is not a religious practice. In a way, it is form of a religious practice, doing chanting, but in a practical way, it is just a one of the ways that helps us to calm the mind. And once finished chanting, when we meditate, it gives much better, clearer idea, a clearer awareness, and able to contemplate on any tasks that we are intent to do. So with that, one will be able to develop the wisdom which leads us to find the right path, and walking on the right path to find the fruition, which is the liberation. So that is what Buddha was saying, that if we practice morality and able to cultivate mental development and development of the wisdom that leads to the freedom and happiness.